All right. Mic check. Can you guys hear me? I think there's like a 20-second delay, so it's gonna be a little tough to try and get everything situated and all lined up. Still very new to this whole live streaming thing, and just kind of want to make sure that you guys are able to see me. Fix a couple of things right here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of the stream. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if everything is well, and don't mind me, I'm just gonna try and see if I can hear anything. Let's lower the music a little bit. And then, all right, audio confirmed, video confirmed. Can everybody see me? Yeet. All right, guys, so I got some stuff on the whiteboard that we're talking about, and hey, all right. So what's up, Timothy, Ashley, Roberto, wax on, wax off? I saw you guys here before. What'd you guys think of that intro? Did you guys like that? Am I live streamer now? Does this make me look cool now or what? Like, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. Let's start off with some questions. We can start off just hitting, key points. How are you guys doing with this quarantine? I hope everyone is safe. I hope everyone is doing well. I know it's just a little ridiculous right now with everything going on in Jersey, New York, California. Mainly I hope everyone is blessed. I hope you guys are doing well, and let's just get back to car season. I'm really looking forward to car season. I'm looking forward to shows. Feel like I took for granted a lot of things when it came down to the nitty gritty of stuff. So it was just one of those situations where I just kind of wish we could have done more with the time that we had, especially leading up when those 70 degree, 60 degree weathers that we usually had in like a February day. Kind of wish I took advantage of it now, especially being locked up in the house. It's just kind of different, it's really different. My wife and I have adapted. She's been, doing her thing, working out a lot. I've been trying to figure out, as you could tell, like the live stream, like I've been trying to figure out ways that I can bring content your way to make sure that everything looks good, feels good, and there's just an overall vibe. So I'm super pumped. If you guys are new here, what we do is ask questions, I'll answer them, and yeah, we'll try and go based off of that. But yeah, this is my intro for right now. And then I'm sorry, I'm just like a little awkward. I'm a little excited. Been a little bit since I've been behind the camera, and yeah, it's just like the first actual stream that we've been able to do. So all right, what program do you use to edit the videos? So for my vlogs, I use Final Cut Pro. I've never really got into Premiere. I've never really been able to use Premiere, so it's just kind of been something different for me, trying to get used to a different platform. Tried Premiere once, didn't like it, know where everything is in Final Cut, and I'm still trying to learn B-roll. I'm still trying to learn camera settings, just how to use the camera, how to use gimbal work. So we're gonna try and level up the quality and try and push forward from there. What is it like being home and not being able to go to car shows? It's different. It's different for the business. It's really tough in Jersey right now. Postal service is kind of difficult in order to get things out and then also get things in. Like right now I'm waiting for basically new shirts, new hoodies, stuff to arrive so I could ship those out, and it's just been locked up at port for a really long time. So if you guys are waiting on an order, I apologize. We're going to try and get everything out at a timely fashion once I can actually get it out. Other than that, I miss the car shows. I feel like a piece of me is stuck into, this full quarantine situation and not being able to being used to it. It doesn't feel like a vacation. It just feels just a blessing. I guess it's just another day. My wife and I have, grew with our marriage, grew with our faith, grew with our hobbies, and we're just learning every single day, every step of the way. And I feel like we definitely needed this quarantine in order to just kind of be more capable and compatible for each other. Like, this is like growing into our first year married. Like, we make 1 year next month. We're learning more about each other compared to dating and moving into, like, you know, the married life, which I'm very blessed, and she's a great wife, and I'm super happy with that. So going into the car shows, I can't wait, because again, the car shows is a piece of me, and I just can't wait to do that. Did Chris paint his car or wrap his car? Chris actually painted his car. I think it's called Techno Violet. He wants me to match. Wants me to match the car to the vet with his car, so we can go run some tandems together. Let me know in the comments below. Should we paint the car Techno Violet, like just like Chris's car? I could bring up a photo really quick too. Let me see if we can bring that up real quick. So here's Chris's. He didn't even post it. He didn't even post it, so I couldn't even show you guys if I wanted to. Maybe he's on East Coast. Oh no, I know Austin probably has it. So Austin art. Sorry, Austin, I gotta follow you back. So Austin has it on his page. Chris has it on his page, so I'm not gonna be able to send it just yet. Let's see, maybe who else would have it? East Coast Drift School. I hope he posted it. Nope, he didn't post it. Oh, it's on his Facebook. Marketplace. Yeah, it's definitely on Marketplace. All right, so this is the homie Chris Napoliello's E46 that he's building. And he just got it recently painted, and it looks absolutely insane. I know he posted it. Come on, dude. All right. Well, you know what? I'm just not even going to show you guys. We'll just have to show it in a video. We'll, you know, go get a video of his car and then show you guys based off of that, but I can't really find anything. I'm definitely painting the vet. I just don't know if we're gonna paint the vet just yet. I'm looking maybe down the lines with either black with red flake, like a burgundy color with that bass boat flake. There's just like a whole nother bunch of I feel like I've had black, gunmetal, and like I just feel like I haven't had like a really poppy color before, so that's kind of why I'm trying to aim towards that. Maybe we could aim towards that soon, because maybe do some crazy blue or something like that, but whatever. Definitely like below. I don't know what's going on with the stream. I see it like flashing, like I'm watching it on my iPad and it's like doing this like stupid flash thing. I don't know what that would be. So other than that, but I got some stuff written on the board. We'll talk about that. We talked about the quarantine stuff. New Jersey's a little hectic right now. Eric San Gimino, I'll finish the Corvette, bro. I'm going to try my best to get it caged for this year. It just seems like we're going to put that thing on the back burner for right now. Focus on the vet. Focus on the vet, sorry. Focus on the Supra, focus on the GTR, and we can definitely try to finish the vet over the next year. We were waiting on sponsors to, you know, provide for the cage, provide for paint, also have a full new livery for this thing. Seems like it's not going to happen. I think I know what's going on. Try and it's out. Get this source. Okay, so music's going away because I think that's what's causing the flashing to go on. So whatever. How would you recommend someone currently outside the car scene in a tri-state to get involved? Any can't miss shows that should be attended? Okay, so Timothy, I appreciate the question. I would definitely. It's different. Like there's two sides of the car scene. There's the, you know, the drift scene, and then there's the stand scene, and then there's the autocross, and then there's the, you know, mile runs. Like there's so much stuff in the tri-state that offers you. Like you can go to Lime Rock and watch some sick cars just ripping all day long. You can go to Pocono Raceway, get a little bit of drifting, a little bit of mile runs, half mile runs, like Slipstream, and then you can get the stance stuff. Like the stance thing that you can't really miss out on is like WECFest. Sevens Day is always really cool. The WECFest pre-cruise in New York City is always dope. Any show in Englishtown is really fun to be at. And if there's one show that I wouldn't miss or definitely try to be at is Formula Drift. It's the first week of June. It's super dope to be at that show. Like, it's the first year, so if it still happens due to this quarantine situation, I hope it still happens. They might reschedule it, but the track looks absolutely sick. It's going to bring stadium drifting to the States, and I'm not going to show you the track. I'm not going to answer any questions about the track, but I guarantee you it's going to be really, really sick. The Corvette a unique color. Actually, I would love to paint the Vet like something crazy, but it's also too, I want to stay in the lines of what, I guess I want to stay true to me. I want to stay true to my roots too, and I also too don't want to go super crazy with the color, because I also too want to drive it on the street, and I just don't want to be that difficult when it comes down to it. Did you plan on the GTR? Did it pop up? Did the deal pop up? The deal kind of just popped up. We knew Damien for, since I started drifting, so that was like 6-7 years ago. He had this RX 7 FD that I've always wanted. Before I bought the Vet, I was this close. You guys can read like backstory, his RX 7 with a 1JZ in it. I can bring up the video too. That car was like my dream car. I was like, it's perfect. And then I started digging up more information on the RX 7 chassis, and I was just like, maybe this isn't the best ideal goal for me right now, especially with it. There's just so much suspension mods. You got to drop the subframe. You got to relocate the steering rack. You got to get a Wise Fab kit. Like, I guess the wheelbase is just small, so it's like drifting a Miata and then having a big motor in it. Rich Kachesi, he drifts a RX-7 with a V8 in it, and he loves it. I mean, he's got that thing all dialed in, but it just wasn't lining up. And I already had the Vet. I didn't want to sell the Vet. Wanted to make the Vet happen, and now I'm like, there's so many C6s out there, not many C5s, and I just need to make the C5 chassis happen. And I don't want to half-ass it. I want to make sure that we can really pull through and build something really cool. I'm up in the air right now because the roll cage is on standby, where it was like leading up to it before the quarantine. Sponsors were all set, we were ready to go, and then now it's like kind of just on the back burner. And I'm thinking, let's just paint the car, let's get it on the street, register it. But then you can't even register cars right now. The DMV's freaking closed, so it's just a pain. Overall, it's just a pain. I feel like I'm talking too much. Ask me questions below. Let's get into it. Let me know what you guys want to know and what you want to hear. And if you guys are new, hit the like button so we can get more people in here. I appreciate you taking time out of your day, that's for sure. But yeah, other than that, ideal goals for this year is to just get back out there. Been fishing a lot. It's not really, I fished like twice. But social distancing at its finest, just go out in the woods, enjoy nature, and just kind of been really messing with the A7 III. I've been really learning the camera, so it's kind of, I'm not an auto shooter no more. I'm a manual photographer. Use the manual, know what ISO does, and just about, I don't really know everything, but some things that makes cool photos. So if you guys been like following us on social media or following us on the community tab and stuff like that, you can start seeing some of the stuff that I've been shooting. I'm not as good as Eric in the chat, but I am enjoying it. Just something that I always wanted to do. You fish for trout? I just learned how to fish for trout like last weekend on when was it? Saturday. That was the first time like fishing for trout. I obviously was catch and release. I know the season opened today, and I feel like the trout season is going to kind of get shut down by the state because there were so many people out today that were fishing for trout, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. I never had trout. I never ate trout. I never, did the catch and cook. I've never done that. And if you guys want to see stuff like that on the channel and just have more and relate more to me as a person instead of just a car guy, we can do that. But I'm feeling like unless you guys can give me some ideas, it's going to be super hard to go get the cars out and drive. They're ticketing people right now, and it just doesn't seem like the best idea in order to get out there all the time. What's the difference between that and bass? Because I've only gone bass fishing. So the difference between trout and bass is trout are, they're smart unless they're stacked up and you're kind of just throwing like I don't really know what it's called, but I think it's like a tiger thing, something tiger, and then it has like a treble hook on the end of it. It's super small, and you got to cast out, reel in really quick, and hopefully they don't smarten up and know that it's like a fake fly or a fake lure. Because I've had like 6 or 7 trout flying towards my lure, and then they see me and then they just dip off. If it was a bass or a pike, they hit that thing no matter what. And then it's all about hooking it. And it's also too, I'm not used to being super gentle with the fish. Like you gotta wet your hands, touch the fish, unhook them, make sure that you don't get their gills or make them bleed. Like you don't lip them because you could break their jaw. It's just like a whole different aspect of fishing, which is really cool because I guess as a fisherman, that's what's like really cool about it. So you got drifting on the channel and fishing. So fishing and drifting, like can't ever go wrong. So I'm pretty fun. It's pretty fun with that. But yeah, first time ever catching a trout was last weekend, and I didn't film it. Took some photos, but trying to just really kind of level everything out and just focus more on, I guess finding my zen or whatever, like just relaxing, because it's been very stressful with this whole quarantine. Kind of almost feels like try so much to make everything happen, and then you're dealing with disappointment, and then you're dealing with just like it's everything, And I know New York's getting hit hard, so if you guys are from New York, my prayers go out to you guys. I know it's been huge. Like it's just been the biggest state in deaths, and it's been the biggest state in confirmed cases. So just a little, it's like not terrifying, but it's terrifying. Like I got a mom, she's got lung cancer, and it's scary for me because I don't know if I'm carrying it, and it's just, I don't want to get her sick and have her deal with it. She's already going through some aggressive chemo as is, and I just don't want to, I don't want her to ever like with any of COVID or anything like that. I've actually, have friends that work in the hospitals and they're on ventilators now because they attained it and they were young. So it's just scary. Like it's just not meant to be for this time. Like we should be all like getting ready, getting our cars ready, fixing our suspension, getting things done, getting cars painted, getting roll cages installed, going drifting. Like should be doing more with our lives instead of just kind of being cooped up. But again, just got to take the negative, make it positive, and just try and focus on all your goals in life. If you want to be a better photographer, now's the time to try and learn. If you can shoot quality content inside your house, you're a good photographer or you're a good videographer. Because when you go out to the free world, you're gonna take advantage of it. Like my wife cut my hair. Like we need half sizes. Obviously, you can see the fade's not perfect, but she did really good. I think she did all right for her first time ever really cutting hair. So I couldn't do it. I would not touch anybody's hair with that. But yeah, like you kind of just, it's not bad staying home sometimes. You really like take advantage of like, family, and you take advantage of like quality time with your family, quality time with your hobbies, and I guess you're just so accustomed to like paying bills all the time that you forget like there's more to life than just paying bills and clocking in to work all the time. So yeah, that's definitely something that I learned with this whole situation. But let's get back to cars because I know I'm talking too much regarding all the other stuff, but I feel like the quarantine, that's just like right now, like we got to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, if you're still in here, if I didn't bore you already, just get involved in the chat and let's talk. We'll open up for Q&A. We'll have like a fast hour of Q&A, and we'll go from there. I could bring up some stuff though too. So I know for on the title it says maybe new build for the Supra or new build for the Tundra. The Tundra, I kind of got inspired by this dude, and I don't know why, but I guess going trout fishing and doing all the outdoorsy stuff, you kind of get your mind going. So I've been following this dude. His name's Lifted Adventures on Instagram, and he's got just basically everything. End fab front bumper with the light bar up front. Like, this is his video. Like, that's so sick. Like, I need a drone again. I need to get some drone shots of the Supra and everything kind of ripping. That'd be sick. But yeah, like, this is kind of like the overall look. We do the Fox shocks and stuff, but if you guys notice, like, his axles, like, look at his axle boot, like, kind of just crunched up. I mean, I know he's flexing right now on the hill and all that, but like, I don't really know how this is going to help me with driving and daily driving and towing. Like, might be cool for the hills and stuff like that, but for it looks badass though. Like, that looks so sick. And I'm pretty sure he's on 37s with 17x8s, so he's definitely pushing out with, like, he doesn't look like he has like a lower control arm, and he definitely has like the camber upper, but that just looks absolutely sick. And then like the winch up front, like, my truck's black, like, so I think that would be so sick to build a Tundra that way. The TRD grill, I'm not like a huge fan of the TRD grill because it kind of just looks weird in a way. Kind of looks cheap. Like, they could have definitely made the TRD grill look a lot better. Maybe bring that character on the Toyota logo a little bit closer instead of pushing it out. Maybe use a different font. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just like the design in me, like the designer in me. But yeah, he's got like everything, like the bed rack. He's got like a roof rack on top of the bed rack, which is absolutely nuts. He has no flares. I don't like that look because the one time that I drove without flares, it just started popping off. Everything just started hitting hard. And I was denting up my truck, hurting my truck, and yeah, it sucked. But if I could redo the Tundra this year, that would be sick. Maybe add some tow mirrors. I'm not that far off, but I know for a fact I could hit up the dudes over at Falcon and try and get some 35s or 37s. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull 37s off because I know you have to do a lot of chopping. Change the front bumper. The front bumper alone is like freaking $2,000. The side steps are like $1,500. Like, the trucks, from one thing that I learned with trucks is that they're super expensive compared to cars. Car stuff isn't really that bad when it comes down to it, but the nitty gritty stuff. And also too, the gas mileage sucks on the Tundra, so you have to like redo everything. Oh yeah, like, here's his bedside. So he's got the tent on the back. I'm assuming this is all like gas because he's probably like going through it like crazy. That's so sick. He's a photographer too. Like, I could tell, like, 100% shot this with the A7 III. This is definitely like a 16 to 35 2.8, like the G Master lens or something. Wish he said it. Yeah, this is so sick right here. Like, this shot right here is so fire. Like, that just makes me want to go out and go trout fishing right now. But that's another thing too. Like, I don't know, like, with this quarantine, it just makes you feel like you should stay home, because then, like, I feel like you're just gonna get it everywhere you go. No matter what you do, you're gonna get sick. It sucks. Yeah, let's spice this thing up, man. Like, let's get this Q&A rolling. If you guys got questions, let's answer them. If you're new here and you're bored, or you're not bored, if you're not bored, hit the like button. If you already hit the like button, thank you so much. But I'm super pumped that I'm able to do these live streams. I'm definitely gonna do more of them. I know back in the day we did. Oop, my bad. I know back in the day we did a lot of these streams, and you guys really loved it. Really makes you connect with people. Even though there's only like a couple people in here, it's still better than like not doing any content. So I'm like really pumped on that for sure. I haven't left my house since like March 15th. Yeah, man, it's like scary. Stupid. Like it's super scary. Like how, and they're looking at like June 1st is like the first day that we're going to be able to go out. But I've heard May 1st. I've heard April 1st. I've heard like the economy is going to get back in April 1st. It's like so weird how we have like no control over anything. We have no control over our destiny or future or anything like that. As of right now, we're just contained and confined, which isn't, like I said, it's not a really bad thing. What sucks is like Amazon, you can't even order anything. Like I can't even like get excited to buy anything. Like I don't even think I bought anything really during this quarantine. Like honestly, besides like a battery for my camera because it was dying when we were filming installing the short shifter for tube speed, like that took a little bit to get in, and I finally got the battery yesterday. So it's like a little difficult right now to just kind of move forward with everything. See, it's just such a weird time, and it's part of history. Like we are 100% part of history right now, and it's sick. It's just so sick. What else do I got up there? So the Supra. So we can cover the Supra right now. See if I can bring it up. So I saw TJ's Supra get done. I love it on like, I think he switched over to TE37s or something like that. I feel like that look is like not bashing them. I love that look, but it just feel like everyone does it. If you guys watch Pure Function, like he put Workmeisters on his car, and the car looks absolutely amazing. It looks so dope. Makes everything like flow together. I don't know if it's just a Meister thing, but it's so weird because the Supra's like, if you have 15s and you got some drag slicks in the rear, you like kind of contradict yourself because with everybody knows cars, like if you're gonna go super fast, you're gonna need good brakes. So I'm lucky to have the Brembos on the Supra, but it's also you kind of lose traction. You kind of have to run 19s, you have to run 18s just to kind of clear over the big calipers or the big brake kit, and then 15s like you got to run like stock NA Supra brakes on the thing in the rear, kind of shaved down on top of the caliper itself. So when you put the 15s with the drag slicks on, then you're gonna have to make the fender fit, and then you're gonna raise the rear. Like I've always loved the drag slick look, but I don't know, like that's probably like the only thing that I could actually think that I would want to do is, slicks, but you just lose a lot. You lose braking. So I don't want to do that. And I feel like it's everybody does it. Like my car only makes 800. It doesn't make 1,000. Like I don't know what TJ makes, but I know he's on the Vogues. He's probably going to run some, autocross events and stuff like that. But like you could tell small brake kit here. And then that's so sick. It looks so cool. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Should we put slicks on the Supra, or should we just change up the wheels? But I know too, like I don't want to get rid of the diffuser. I don't want, like, it's weird. Maybe the color change. We could definitely think of like a color change for the Supra. I love the Nardo, but I feel like something just needs to get done. Something needs to be different. Maybe we'll just paint the car this time. I know the interior. I really want to refresh the interior. Maybe put like a half cage in it, weld a half cage in it, because it is a sketchy car. Like things can go wrong pretty fast in that car. So I'm a little not nervous of the Supra, but it's just put a pic. That's mine right now. So you guys want, like, I even have the Tundra build here. I got, from when we went trout fishing the other day. Like this is like the A7 III. This was a cool drive too. So, but the Tundra build, like, Oh, you can't even see. It sucks. Getting the sniffles because my allergies are killing me right now. Don't worry, guys. I'm not sick or nothing. So I kind of wanted to put like this stream up a little later, but I was so excited to kind of show you guys like the new editing software and the new editing system that just kind of funny. Like, you know, you're just always pumped on everything. Like, I'm actually using the A7 III for the first time on a live stream, and yeah, like I said, you guys learn some new stuff every day. Like, you guys have the ability to do that. Yeah, but like I've always loved these side skirts, but I know Carbon Factory made a duplicate. Like, they made like a V2 version. The headlights gotta go. Like, we need to figure out this condensation in the headlights itself, and then the rear driver tail light too. There's condensation in the tail light, so we gotta have to try and figure it out. It's hard to find the carbon inserts, so that's why I kind of been not slacking, and they're just super expensive. Like, OEM headlights for a Supra are like $750 each, and then the tail lights, I don't even want to talk about it. I think I saw one like the 98 Supras with like the blacked out tail lights. Like, I think they were like asking like crazy, like $1,500 or something, and that's just tail lights. So just one of those situations. I do want to get some dents out of the car. That's the one thing that I learned with the Supra, is like it attains a lot of dents, a lot of dings, especially when you're driving it stupid fast and you're racing when you're driving with your buddies, not racing. I shouldn't say that. But so the hole in the headlight is for you to get access. So there's like, if we can, you're gonna see it in like Halcyon's video when he posts it out, because he has a really sick transition that he's gonna do, and you kind of see like the whole like process. So on passenger side, you have the turbo, which is the hot side, and then you go from turbo. There's like this little, well, not little, but there's tubing that goes straight to that headlight duct. For daily driving it, I don't use that. I kind of just keep that hole there, and then there's still like an air filter there just in case. But I just do that just in case it is raining and it doesn't suck through the turbo and then there's just water and everything. But like if we ever did go racing, I do have like the carbon fiber tube that goes right to the headlight. And, you know, I was contemplating on doing like a slipstream event with like Eric, or doing like you know, with Eric. There's also a couple other people that want me to do the slipstream event, and I just want to see how fast the Supra goes. Even if it's one run, I'll spend the $200 just to run once. Alan DeSena. Yo, what up, Justin? Hey, what's going on, Alan? How you doing, man? Who owns the blue R32? So the blue R32 is a family car. Officially, like, I want to say, like, my father's car. My sister's going to be driving it more. My wife's going to be driving it more. Like, it is basically just a family car, but I know for a fact my dad's gonna take like full ownership of that thing. He might drive that car more than the RX-7, because I know after driving the 4-door sedan that I had, that car was like, those R32s are just super fun and super nimble, and you could throw them into a corner, you can go super fast on a straight. It's just more reliable to drive those cars over the RX-7. The Supra is just like weird to explain, but it's fun to take them to shows, but I dread that car when you're stuck in traffic or if you're driving really far. It howls, it hums, it's a race car. Like, you can't drive 800 horsepower on the street all the time. Like, it still do the e-brake mechanism thing, because the clutch is just triple carbing and you could stall super heavy. Like, it's just one of those situations that it's different, you know. Like, I guess I shouldn't be like a jerk about it, because, you know, like that is my dream car and I should drive it more, but it's also too like it's part of like the family. But the R32 is mainly my father's car, but he's gonna share that with my sister. So I still want to help build it. Like, I helped him build the RX-7. The thing had XXRs on it, didn't have coilovers on it. Body kit was like half-assed, so it was really fun building that car with my father. Having fun, really figuring out the suspension modifications on it. I built that car in a way, like dampening and everything, like a drift car, because that's all I knew how to work on. Like, all my friends back in the day were Chris Allen, Ricky Hoffman, like we only knew how to set, you know, 0 toe in the rear, and then you would always have like this negative camber. Oh no, 0 toe, 0 camber in the rear, and then you would have like this obnoxious -7 to a negative like 8, 9 on the front, so it would look like a parachute or like wings on the car. And the RX-7 was not built based off of that, but we didn't have to camber it to fit the wheels. We didn't have to, you know, shave any tires or anything like that. It just fit perfectly. It was a sketchy situation where we just ended up making it happen. Shinzo, I want to drift. Dude, I want to drift too. Like, part of me wants to get like an Assetto Corsa like set up and just drift and try and get the feeling back. If I did have the Corvette done and it was painted and I wouldn't get pulled over, but definitely, and I don't ever, you know, want to say this, but like it would be so tempting to go street drifting, like a lot that I know is like safe, and no one walking around, no one can get injured. Like, I feel like that's probably what I would do. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying I have done it, but I am saying the fact that it's just one of those situations that it's very, very tempting to go drifting. Conrad, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? I love seeing that RX-7 FC always pop up on your thumbnail. Must be hard driving a right-hand drive car in the US. Alan, where are you from? And it's really not that hard. It's different. Like, I remember when I first got the R32, I was driving like in the middle of the road, and it was kind of hard when people, what scares the crap out of me in the right-hand drive car is when you're passing by cars and people fly their door open, because you're so used to that being on like the left-hand drive that when somebody flings their door open, it's like, whatever, it's not coming at you, you know? But when you're in a right-hand drive, it's like, whoa, dude, like, freaks me out, like 100%. So that's something to get used to. Hitting boost in a right-hand drive car is kind of different, because it's your left hand, and then it's a different switch when you're hitting boost and you're flying. So the Supra hooks to the left on acceleration when you're going like dumb fast, and then the R32 I noticed goes, I guess it's just like a weight, whoever, if you're driving, maybe if I had a passenger all the time, like it would definitely like help out in balancing the weight of the car, but it always hooks to the right on right-hand drive. Kind of like, hey, listen, man, you're not late at all, bro. I'm just glad that you guys made it out and you're here in the chat and we're chatting up some cars. If you guys are new, hit the like button, and also ask a question on the bottom. Why don't you wrap the Corvette instead? So, Alan, the only reason why I don't want to wrap the Corvette is because, number one, I got a friend that, you know, I've been wanting him to paint one of my cars for the longest time, and why not the Vet? And also, too, I want to not daily the car, but I want to have this like as a street car too. And I feel like paint will probably be best. The one thing that I don't really like with the Supra is like you're not there waxing it, and you're not there, you know, full detail. Like you're just kind of doing like vinyl, and like you're using a heat gun, and it's clean, and you just wash it normally. But like there's nothing like having like full paint correction and stuff. Like, super cool. And drifting wise, it's just like, no, I'm gonna beat it up, but I know for a fact once the rubber touches the vinyl, I don't really want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with it burning through the vinyl and like dealing with all that stuff, and then having like half of the car, like, it's just, you know, it's weird, you know? So right hand drive really isn't much. Shinzo, you got to remember, like, majority of people in the chat have never driven a right-hand drive before. It is a little different. You gotta admit, it's a little different, especially when you first drive it. Well, when you drive it, like, and you're used to it, it's like whatever. It's just like driving another car. But I mean, you also been to Japan, so it's kind of different. I finished playing Need for Speed today. Made blue GT86 with the Flipsco windshield sticker and the good vibe. Hell yeah, dude! That sounds so sick. I appreciate it, fam. Turn signals are the hardest part of right-hand drive. Yeah, turn signals and the wipers, that could be tricky too. You got real life Supra, Randy Lee. Yeah, I got the Supra that's on the screen right there. Need less carbon fiber. That's for damn sure. We need more polish. We need more polished parts. Get like a whole new intake manifold or something like that. Turbo, I'm never going bigger. That thing is like, there's times that the Supra, like, you get a little crazy and like you want to go fast, and then you go fast, you're like, oh crap, maybe like turn it down a little bit. All right, sick. We got 12 people in here. Hit the like button if you guys are in here. Let's get more people up. Let's bump up the questions. Let's bump up all the stuff. I still got some stuff on here. So I think I have on one of those tabs what I've been doing. I want to know what you guys have been doing to kind of get through this quarantine. And Jesus, man, 2,300 horsepower. Listen, it's hard enough driving a 500 horsepower Supra. I can only imagine 2,300. Like, it's super difficult. Can your Supra versus Ford GT and China 300 miles per hour? There's no way in hell the Supra is going 300 miles an hour. I could try my hardest, and I was still like, I don't even think I could hit 180. Pushing it legally. What do you guys think of the stream, by the way? Like, are you guys enjoying it? Like, is there any advice? Is there anything that you guys want to see more of? I was trying to hook up the gaming system. I still gotta get like a capture card and stuff, and it was just, I don't know. I'm just pumped that I'm able to use my camera and have like this whole blurry background. Use the lenses to it. You get some bokeh in there, make this live stream like look really pumped. I am bringing interviews to. I'm gonna probably do like Skype interviews with like Pro 2 drivers, Pro 1 drivers. So if whatever driver you guys think, I'm definitely gonna start Monday. So Monday we're gonna try around like 5-6 p.m. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. We're gonna try and get Mike Power. He just got his Pro 2 license. He's building with MA Motorsports, the sickest S15 that I've ever seen. 2JZ swapping it, and it just looks absolutely insane. And I want to talk more about him, his Pro 2 career, his objectives that he's gonna have to meet, and his deadline. And you know, just the difficulties of just being like an actual pro-am drifter or pro drifter. So definitely like to see that. Can't even get my Supra to 200 in Forza Horizon. Yeah, I want to post up some cool Forza Horizon content. What's the present setup on the Nissan's engine? As of right now, from what I know, I got the Gretty twins. I don't think the top end was worked on as what they stated was worked on. It still needs an intake manifold. The turbos are very, very baby. Like I said, it's the Gretty turbo kit, which is like, it's a twin turbo kit, which makes it spool super fast. Power's instantly there, but the only thing is, I'm going to talk about the video on Sunday, is we have a gasket leak. So the exhaust manifold gasket is leaking right now. So the car kind of just like has like this gigantic leak, and it just doesn't meet boost. It kind of just builds up boost, and then before it even builds up boost, it's just firing out. So we're gonna figure that out. We got a new exhaust manifold gasket that we're gonna install. It's the first time I'm ever doing that, so it's gonna be a little difficult, to the point where, you know, my hands are probably gonna get all cut up and stuff, but it's something to do. Like, there's really not anything going on, so it's not like we're in any rush to drive that car. So if I have to tarp it and put car cover on it and let it chill, then hey, I'm just gonna have to do that. Yo, I've been chilling, playing home GT Sports, fixing Hot Wheels collection. That's sick. I've always wanted to get in like a Hot Wheels collection, or like one of those like scaled cars, but it's just one of those situations where I don't have anywhere to put them, and I don't think my wife would like a bunch of them, like a huge collection. So you have to just chill with that. I got enough cars to the point where she's already like losing her mind. We need Chris or Rowdy's Garage. Yeah, I mean, Chris has been super busy with his school. He's still up in business. He's still considered essential. And honestly, like, I definitely want to go out there for a class, trying to figure out if I can get a harness bar in time to also get some testing done. But the last time we tested, it was super successful. The vet is just an absolute monster. Super happy with everything. I want to switch up and get a cam, do some motor mods on it, but right now we got to really focus on like getting it looking good for our sponsors that have always helped us out for the last year. And yeah, we just want to make sure that we do our part, or I do my part, and provide good content and also great driving. So I'm also saving up right now to go get a GoPro, but it's also too, it's like you never know how long this quarantine is gonna last for. So just trying to like not move and do much. Spring line would have probably been done already. Like it just sucks, the fact that everything's kind of falling apart right now in this whole world. Did you see the 2021 WRX STI? I have not. We could look that up right now though. Let's see. Does it look sick or what? All right. Let's talk about this car. I want to see it. I don't want to offend anybody either. All right. So it looks cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm assuming that's like handleless doors. I don't see any handles unless that's just the shot. Maybe this is better. Do they pop from the remote? They're trying to go for like a C7 Corvette situation. All right, so this kind of, to me, I like the car. I think it looks cool. These flares, I think they should have been paint matched, in my opinion. I get what they're trying to go for. They're trying to go for that racy style. I love the front lip, like going for like that Huracan style look. They've got this. Is that what I think that? Side skirts look sick. I want to take that and put it on the Vet. I think that would be so sick. The hood scoop, I think they could have made it more aggressive, kind of like the Hawkeye look or the STIs back in the day. Like they should have stuck to that look instead of having it dip in and then have like the, you know, aerodynamic and get more engine cooling. Like I think it would be really, really cool if they went back to the normal hood scoop of the STI. I think it would definitely look a lot better. The wheels, I wish they went to a smaller size, more meat on the tires. When you think STI, you think of rally or you think of autocrossing. Like you don't really think too much of road driving. Feel like they built this car more like the, looks like a Type R. It like, it really does look like a Type R. I don't want, again, if you like this car, I like it, but I think it looks very similar. Yeah, it looks super similar. Like, all right. Like, if you slaps, like, even the front lip looks the same. Like, look at the lip. So what? They switched up the scoops here. Like, the headlights look different. Like, they look cool, but it also looks like something's missing on the headlights itself. Again, I think with the right modifier, like the right person that can modify this car, yeah, it look great, but like it just looks so similar to a Type R compared to like even the rear. Look at the wing, like everything looks Type R about it. Like I don't know if they collabed with Honda on this project, but that's what it looks like. I'm sorry to say, like even look at the hood scoop, like it dips in and then it goes up, dips in and goes up. Like I don't know. Aren't they making a BRZ with turbo or something like that? That'd be cool if they did that. Let's talk, if you really want to talk about renders and stuff like that, like if this is the RX-9, I feel like new, like this looks like a Mercedes to me. This doesn't even look like an RX-7. Like, I feel like we just need to get back into like the 90s style of cars, and maybe it's just like what I love, but to me, like, this doesn't look cool. Like, this just looks like, again, it looks like a Mercedes-Benz or something. Like, there's no reason this should be this long. Like, I know it looks like a Corvette. Like, it looks like what if like the C8 Vet wasn't mid-engine. Like, I feel like this is what the C8 Corvette would have looked like. I feel like they're trying to build cars so crazy nowadays that it's not even like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't spend money on that. I wouldn't not want to buy that. Yeah, exactly, Chicken Joe. Like, they're making it futuristic when cars are like, I think they're, and I guarantee you it has paddle shifters. If they make the new RX-9 automatic, not even like I have a lot of respect for like the PDK style, like the Porsche styles, like automatic. I drove that and that like hits and it kicks, but like, I do not want to see this thing become like a Mazda 6, like wee 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 wee. Like, to me, like an RX-7 rotary should have a rotary motor, should be brap, 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 brap. Like that'd be cool. Like if it had a 3 rotor and the thing was pissing like smoke, like rotary smoke, that would be cool. Like, I could care less about this whole chassis. Like, I could care less. But if it had a 3 rotor in it and it had some brap braps, I think that the RX-9 would be like something to reckon with. Like the new Supra, I'm not a huge fan of the new Supra. They had a Lexus. I want to see, like, they were supposed to make the Supra look a lot better. What is it called? Yo, like, that's sick. Like, dude, are you kidding me? If that's real, that's fire right there. I even like this style too. That's so sick. That's cool. I like that style. Nah, it wasn't the RC. It kind of like the Supra had like this other render where it looked really, really cool. Gotta find it. And I would leave it up to Ryan Turk to put like something crazy in it, make it like mid-engine or something. Like, it would be fire. C8 Corvette is like the only new futuristic car that I would purchase. Like, sick. Z06, C8, 100%. I'm a fan. But I feel like a lot of YouTubers right now, I've never seen so many YouTubers like fathom over a C8 Corvette. I've never seen like TJ with a C7. I've never seen Stradman with like a C7 or a C6. All of a sudden, they completely let go of like the jean shorts and like the New Balance sneakers. Like, they let go of that whole thing and made the C8 Corvette cool. I like it. I like, don't get me wrong, I like it. Like, oh damn, who are making these renders? Because that GTR looks absolutely sick. If they made a wagon style GTR, be all over that. I don't see. I'm weird like that. Like, I like cars like that. It's different. It's unique. Like, look at it. All right, that looks a little ugly with like the duck style wing on there, but just looks different. It looks super cool. That looks like a Lambo style. I think I saw a render of the GTR looking something like that. We're just gonna have to wait for Tokyo Auto Salon this year. If they drop something like that GTR looks fire. See, like, now people will make cars like that. That is sick. I do like the R34 front that they had on like a GTR render before, like on a R35 chassis. They put R34 front end on it. Like, I feel like I've seen it before. Like, yeah, there you go. Like, dude, this face, what, like, oh my god. Like, that's sick. That to me, like, fire GTR. Awesome. Like, super dope. Eh? dragging out the headlight alone, but then boom, like that thing, like coming down the road, you're like, is that a 34? Like you will never mess up like an R33 and a 34, because obviously, but a 32 and a 34 with the aggressive headlights, and they're not small, but they're like tiny enough to the point where it just looks aggressive coming down the road. That's what like the 35 should look like. Like I feel like they're going for crazy. Like they should just start going for more updates on the previous chassis. Like the 32 upgrades 33. Like it looks similar but different. 33, 34, same style, same body, yada yada yada. 35, completely different chassis. Looks like a freaking boat. Should not be like that. I get what they're going for, but I think it was still a fail. I think they designed the look of the new Supra very well. See, like the new Supra looks good, but they should have put a 2J in it. I think that's what turns me off, is like they should have had a wider body in the rear. The front should have been more beefier, I think, and it just should have had a 2J, like 2JZ with a friggin' gigantic turbo, single turbo already, ready to go, ready to rock. Now you're talking about revamping a Supra. Other than that, I'm not gonna say it's a BMW, whatever. Like I feel like Supra's getting ragged on for being like a BMW, but in reality, like they shouldn't. Like it's still a really nice car, and I think it's JDM-ish. It's not full Japanese, in like a full Japanese inspiration. I feel like it was just more marketed for money instead of marketed. Like I feel like the 90s cars were marketed with no clout. Like there was no clout on those cars, so people were like very, very heavy when it came down to they were just trying to build like a nice car for the hills, the mountains, drifting, etc., etc. 90s cars were built with passion, and I feel like futuristic cars are built with like money on their mind the whole time. You know, like how can we make, like I feel bad for my kids, like one day when they're starting to drive and they're gonna be like, oh dad, that's an RX-7 FD, and it's like how I look at like a Datsun 510. I look at it with respect and I like it, but it's still old. Like I feel like things are so futuristic right now. It's to the point where people aren't even gonna recognize an RX-7 FD or a Toyota Supra when, you know, 15, 20 years down the line. It's weird. I think Lone Star Drift had one. Lone Star Drift did have one, and I got inspired to build a C6 Corvette from Taylor Ray when he drove Lone Star Drift's C6. I wish I had a C6, but I feel like it's just overrated now. So many people have them. So many people are drifting them. And it's weird because besides Matt Field and besides like a couple of other drivers that have drifted S chassis before this, like I feel like it's still new. Like I feel like it's still not at its fullest potential for a Corvette chassis, and that's why I don't want to mess up. I don't want to just, well, I like the flares, and I think one color and you won't even notice with a livery and like all this craziness and like, you know, a nice fitted wing on there. Like I think the Vet has a long way to go, but it's still going to be perfected in my taste, that's for sure. The new Koenigseggs will have 2,000 horsepower inline 3 engine and some electric engines. The electric engines are absolutely insane. Like the 1320 video with the dude that was like rocking the crap out of that Tesla, and all you heard was rock just, and he was just starting off like crazy. Like I believe in electric cars, but I feel like we're still like not at its fullest potential because they also too don't want people to die. Like those electric cars, like look at RC cars, like those RC buggies. Like it used to be only motor. Like if you had like an electric, you were just like whatever. Now, if you guys got like into those SC10s, like those RC trucks, it's all electric. There's no gas, and they're fast. Like I don't know. Smart move to partner with BMW because they already have an inline 6 design. Designing a whole new engine would have costed so much to manufacture. Yeah, but if they just remanufactured like a 2JZ, I feel like they already know the motor's fast. They already know that if it's put into production, there's like they could have still replicated the 2JZ and kept it in there and just made it a single turbo car. And yeah, I get it. Maybe like, you know, fuel economy and like things like that come into full effect, but like it's still cool. Like GTRs come out. You know, I think they're what, 500-600 right out of factory. 2JZ with a single turbo, 500 factory. Then you can build from there. So sick. Like, we'll see. Like Osbo's got one, Daigo's got one, and it just sounds so much better and it looks more aggressive because that motor's in there. Hey man, love the R32. I had just bought mine, and when the one you got popped up for sale, haha, or I would have loved to get something like that. So I love the Pandem. I feel like the wheels need to revamp. I feel like we need to run 18s on there with some gigantic tires, like 305s up in the rear and 295s up front with like a 45 sidewall. I just think it will look beefier and just and have like that gutty GTR look. Like they actually do have them, but I don't think I'll ever run Pandem wheels on the car because I just feel like it's overdone. All right, so like this is like a 40 sidewall. You guys can't see it. Hold on. So this is like a 40 sidewall right here, and if you go 45 and just more meat, and just feel like it would, it just looks so sick. And this is bagged. Like I would never, not that I would never bag the car, but we were already teeter-tottering on like a driveway trying to get up, but it was just one of those situations that are different. But Sullivan, it's funny that you did see it up for sale. I remember the first moment I saw it up for sale, I was just like, but then Japanese Classics posted up an R33 that was amazing. It was mint. But again, I think I'm more happier that it's a 3.2 than a 3.3. It's an old engine. They probably wanted something newer. That's why. Don't get me wrong. I don't like how it has a BMW. Yeah, I get it. You know, but it's still 2JZs. Can't beat them on the market. They're just sick. They're just so cool. Oh, so you got the Pandem kit? That's awesome, man. Sullivan, when you get the Pandem kit on, we gotta meet up for the Skyline meet, and then let's just cruise, dude. I would love to get some content with 2 Pandems. That'd be so sick. It was cheap too. Great price for what you got. Has an RB26. Yes, it has an RB26. It has the Gruddy twins already. Has an exhaust manifold leak, which is not a big deal. As long as it doesn't complicate anything else and there's nothing else that's wrong with the RB26, it's still like a perfect swap. Want to respray the car? Definitely want to get a different color on that car. I think it would be a lot better to do that. I think it'd be sick. R32 is my favorite, even over the 34, which is probably unpopular. But yeah, the 34, like it's so like I don't know if it's the original Godzilla, but like when you say GTR, everyone thinks it's like an R34, and then they see the R32, and they just feel like it's outdated. But I feel like they're not. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the headlights. Maybe it's because Need for Speed made the R34 like this godly thing. I mean, Fast and Furious also made it look sick, but just one of those things. I like the 3.2s. I think they look simple. You know, I think the Pandem brings it back to life. But I don't know. I really feel like my mind isn't going into bagging and stancing. It's going more into toge style, and like I don't know. I watched too much Initial D over the summer. Like that's probably what it was. I drive an IS300 wide body kit on the, looks funky to me. See, that's the thing. Like wide bodies are funky if you don't have the proper wheel setup and the right stance, and that's what I feel like I'm having issues right now trying to make the 3.2 look pleasing. Still think it's going to turn a lot of heads, but I still think there's a lot of work to do. That's why I still consider it a build. The Supra was more just like exterior changes, making like because that was built in the 90s, like making a 90s car look more 2000s, which the 2000s all we did was make the Supras look stock again. Take all the body kits and all, like, you know, the Fast and Furious style out of the way. Yeah, I think he was asking like 20, right? Stupid good deal. He was asking 25. Is it rear-wheel drive or converted to all-wheel drive? So the chassis alone is all-wheel drive, but it is rear-wheel drive. I think Damien or Kylie had it like situated that they were gonna drift this chassis, and then it just ended up becoming too nice of a car for them to actually go out and go drifting with it. There's, you know, so it's just one of those things. My GTST has active aero front splitter. Found out when my buddy was taking my rollers. Haha. Had it for 7 months and just found out last week. That's sick, dude. Yeah, it's weird how you kind of find out things. Definitely pick up a cube speed short shifter. I still have yet to register the car. I really want to register. I'm just, I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. It just sucks that we're stuck at home and DMV's not open. Like, I remember when going to get gas in the car was fun. And now it's like, gotta go to the gas station, gotta glove up, gotta put my mask on, gotta spray Lysol all over myself. Like, stay safe. But it's also just like, it's annoying. Like, I feel like I feel like I need to wear a bubble all the time. But the DMV needs to freaking open. Let me enjoy the 3.2. Let me enjoy the Corvette. Like, they need to open up. So if you guys know if I could register the cars online and there's like an online service, like, I just picked up my fishing license online. It's the first time I've ever done that in my life. If I could register a car doing that, it'd be awesome. I want to so bad. I'm freshening up the second RB20. The RB20s, don't sleep on the RB20s because they're fun. Do some sick burnouts too. I remember the sedan, we had some sick burnouts on that thing. So this is my sedan that I had a long time ago. And that thing did some sick burnies, dude. Like, sick burnies. Nah, it was in Jersey. Don't mind the quality. The quality looks terrible because it was shot on like the iPhone 6 or something. There you go. But yeah, like, dude, I love those RB20s. I'm pretty sure it dropped a cylinder because all we did was burnouts on every street. But like, that was my first ever stanced out car with the camber arms like all maxed out, taking the bolt out. This was what, 2017? So like, it was weird. But I do miss that car. But it is sick to have a 3.2 back in the day, like back in the vlogs and stuff. If you guys are in here, it's so sick to see all you guys. I'm super pumped. Hit the like button and definitely get involved in the Q&A. I'm gonna open up, like right now we're doing car talks right now, but I'm also gonna open up Q&As for everybody. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are staying safe. And yeah, I'm very blessed enough to be able to do this, and I'm very blessed to say my wife and I are healthy, my family's healthy, and I just can't wait to get back to the car stuff, guys. Like, talking about it just really amping me up in order to get this whole car situation down pat. This guy Thomas bought the R32. He is a raced like street bikes, like on the tracks and stuff. Like, he had like this whole freaking fully carbon fiber R1, and he was doing all that. He was into cars, was into Volkswagens and stuff. Picked up the R32, put like a GTR front bumper on it. He put the 26 in. He did just about everything that the Pandem has motor wise, but he put like slapped a gigantic single turbo in it. I'll try and see if I can like link up with him for the vlog one day and see if he sold it or if he still has it. But yeah. Hold on one sec. Okay. All right, guys, dinner's almost ready. Wifey's just let me know. But yeah. Dude, everyone ditches them, but for what I want to use the car for, it doesn't make sense. The RB20 can make some use. The good thing about the RB20 is that there's so many of them out here that you can get more parts, and they are fast. Like Shinzo said, he's making over a little over 300 horse. That's sick. You don't need much. And if you guys want to follow Shinzo Photo, he actually drifts his 3.2. Super cool dude. I've known Shin since the beginning of Flipsco. Like, I'm talking about like beginning of Flipsco. It was definitely a lot skinnier. Like 100 pounds. 16, 17 years old. Steve Glasson's build. No, I haven't, but I'll definitely look into it. What up with that motorcycle that was in your shop? So right now, the motorcycle right now is down at Humbert's shop. Matt Humbert's. We posted up that status. He's taking advantage of the whole build. He's going to be able to build a cafe. So we were going to build a cafe. I left the shop that I was at. Cody left the shop that we were at. So Cody got one down in Kenilworth. I don't have a shop currently. I'm still in the process of looking for one. But it's just one of those situations that we're going to be able to get our own shop one day, and just trying to focus on the little things. Right now, focus on the vet, because I figured, why have a shop if all the cars are going to be bouncing from shop to shop? So it kind of didn't make sense to only have a shop for the vet to kind of just hold, you know, not take advantage of everything, and it just kind of sucks. But you know what? We'll just take advantage of it. I don't have a lot of rent. I'm kind of happy that I don't have a shop right now, because rent would probably be boosted up, and the economy kind of just is really jacked up in New Jersey right now. So